Folks, in my 20 years in the league, I've never seen anything like this. Something is happening right now, behind closed doors, in secret meetings that you and I haven't been invited to. It's bigger than anything we've seen before, a move that could shake the foundation of the NFC and send shockwaves across the NFL. I guarantee you, what I'm about to reveal isn't just another rumor. It's a game-changing, history-altering play, hidden in plain sight. And I've got insider intel that confirms this could be the biggest trade bombshell of 2026. But here's the thing. You need to stay locked in, because what I'm about to tell you could be the key to unlocking a future that no one saw coming. And I'm telling you, this is just the beginning. There's an entire secret force behind this maneuver, a hidden chess game that's been playing out for months, and only a few know the truth. Today, I'm going to take you deep into the shadows of the NFL universe to uncover what could be the most controversial, most impactful trade in recent memory. Are you ready? Because what I'm about to share could make your jaw drop, and it will definitely change how you see the Detroit Lions, Peter Skoronski, and the entire landscape of 2026. But before we go further, I need you to do this one thing. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like, not just a little tap, I mean a full force like, and activate that notification bell now. The truth is hidden behind the scenes, and only insiders will get the full story. If you want to stay on the cutting edge, if you want the real inside scoop, you need to be part of this exclusive club of NFL truth seekers. Because the moment I start revealing what I know, the entire league shifts in real time, and you don't want to be left out when history is being written. Remember, the best intel doesn't wait, and neither should you. Now let's get into what's happening behind the curtain. This isn't just speculation. This is a master plan that's been unfolding with surgical precision. It involves the Detroit Lions, their coaching staff, and a player who, until recently, seemed destined to stay in Tennessee. But everything has changed, and I mean everything. First, let's set the stage. The Detroit Lions under Dan Campbell have risen from the ashes of their long drought. Since 1993, they'd been the NHL of the NFL, a team that could never quite break through. But 2024 shattered those chains. A record-breaking 15-2 season, NFC's top seed, a roster full of young, hungry stars like Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, and that offensive line that's downright brutal. This team is on a historic trajectory. But what if I told you that the Lions aren't just aiming for playoffs? No, they want to establish a dynasty. They want to disrupt the balance of power, and that's where this trade rumor comes into focus. Peter Skoronski. You see, in NFL circles, Skoronski's name has been buzzing lately, but not because of his play in Tennessee. No, what I've uncovered is that Detroit's front office has been quietly, meticulously studying him, analyzing his tape, his potential, his fit. If you think the Titans' guard is just a good player, think again. This isn't about a simple trade. This is about a seismic shift, a statement move to reestablish the Lions as the dominant franchise in the NFC and possibly the NFL. What makes Skoronski so special? Forget what the stats show on paper. Those are just pieces of the puzzle. We're talking about a rare talent with elite technique, a combination of athleticism, intelligence, and versatility that scouts salivate over. Northwestern's first-ever unanimous All-American, a guy who started all 9 games as a freshman at left tackle, transitioned to guard seamlessly and never missed a beat. At 6'4", 313 pounds, Skoronski has the size, the agility, and the football IQ that coaches fight over. His tape. A masterpiece of footwork, hand placement, and positional awareness. His pass protection, flawless, 83 rating in Madden NFL 26, which is a reflection of his refined technique. His run blocking, sturdy, relentless, and the thing I love, his durability. 17 games in 2024 with every offensive snap played. He's the kind of interior protector that can anchor an offensive line for a decade. But what if I told you that Detroit's plan goes beyond just acquiring a good guard? What if they see Skoronski as the missing piece to build an offensive line that can dominate for years, rivaling the best units in NFL history? And that's exactly what's happening behind the scenes right now. Rumor has it Detroit's front office has been in secret negotiations with the Titans, pushing for a deal that would send Skoronski straight into their lineup. The question is, how? That's where the trade mechanics come in, and trust me when I say this isn't a standard player-for-pick swap. No, this is a calculated, multi-layered move involving multiple draft picks, cap space gymnastics, and strategic roster adjustments that only a few inside sources are aware of. The Titans, sitting in a rebuilding phase after a disappointing 2025, are open to offers, but only from teams willing to pay the price. And in this case, Detroit's offer. It's believed they're prepared to part ways with multiple high picks, perhaps their 2026 first-rounder, a second-rounder, and maybe even some future considerations. The trade's total estimated value. Well, I've heard insiders whisper it could be worth over 3 premium picks, plus a guaranteed salary adjustment. Now let's talk about how this actually works in cap terms. Skoronski's rookie deal is still on the books, probably around $20 million guaranteed over the next 2 years. But with the Titans looking to reset their roster, this move makes strategic sense. Detroit's front office, led by Brad Holmes, is exceptional at cap management, and they're likely planning to use the savings from veteran contracts or trading away less productive players to fit Skoronski comfortably. And here's the kicker. The Lions aren't just doing this to bolster their offensive line for 2026. No, they see Skoronski as a cornerstone, a player who could become a franchise fixture, a future All-Pro, and the centerpiece of their offensive philosophy for the next decade. The fit? Perfect. Detroit runs a scheme that emphasizes physicality, zone blocking, and athletic interior play. Skoronski's agility, his awareness, and his ability to operate in tight spaces mesh perfectly with Campbell's aggressive run-first mentality. He's a versatile piece, capable of slotting at guard or even moving to tackle if needed, a true Swiss Army knife on the offensive line. Compared to similar players, Skoronski stands out because of his technique and football IQ, not just raw power. He's the kind of player that makes a quarterback's life easier, a game-saver in clutch moments, the anchor for a future offensive juggernaut. Now let's step back and look at the big picture. This isn't just about acquiring a talented guard. It's about sending a message. The Lions are positioning themselves as serious contenders, not just for 2026, but for the next 5-10 years. They're creating a super team, a roster so deep that rivals will stare in awe. Sources tell me that league insiders are whispering about other teams' fears, that Detroit's new offensive line, paired with their young, explosive weapons, might soon be unstoppable. And the biggest fear among rivals. That Skoronski's addition will be the final piece missing from a puzzle that already includes elite playmakers on both sides of the ball. Think about the timeline. Word is that the Lions are pushing for a deal before the draft, aiming to incorporate Skoronski into their offseason plans. If this happens, it could be announced as early as February, just ahead of the Combine, creating a ripple effect across the league. And the moment this news leaks, every team on the planet will realize that Detroit isn't playing anymore. They're here to dominate, and Skoronski will be the face of that movement. So what are the odds? Well, the insiders I've spoken to say this is no longer just a pipe dream. The pieces are falling into place. The Titans are open, the Lions see the prize, and the prize. It's Skoronski himself, a player with the potential to become one of the best guards in NFL history and a symbol of Detroit's new empire. Imagine him anchoring an offensive line that blots out opponents, opening holes for Gibbs and Montgomery, protecting Jared Goff in clutch moments. It's not just a trade, it's a revolution, but this is just the start. Because in the NFL, everything is interconnected. Behind the scenes, other teams are watching, reacting, adjusting their plans. Rumors swirl about other possible moves, a blockbuster receiver trade, a veteran linebacker swap, or even a franchise quarterback changing hands. Detroit's move for Skoronski might just be the catalyst for a chain reaction that will define the 2026 offseason. And I can't stress this enough. What I'm revealing tonight is just the surface. There's a secret plan, a hidden agenda, and a team of chess masters working behind the scenes to make it all happen. Some of you will say this is just speculation, but I've been in the league long enough to know when a storm is brewing. And right now, it's a perfect storm, one that could rewrite the NFL's history books. So stay tuned. Keep your eyes on Detroit because what I'm about to tell you next will blow your mind. The players, the coaches, the league insiders, they all know. And soon you will too. This isn't just a rumor, it's the beginning of something much bigger, something legendary. In the coming days, I'll be revealing even more. I've got exclusive access to confidential documents, insider conversations, and projections that predict a future where Skoronski's name will be legendary and Detroit will be unstoppable. This is your moment, your inside scoop. Don't miss it, because once this story fully unfolds, everything changes. And you'll want to say you knew all along.